Hey everybody, we are back with another episode of Church Headlines, your regular Catholic news recap. I'm Brother Bernardo Ross, and I know it's been a while since I've hosted the show, but I am back. I've been working on a couple other projects on my Instagram, and we've got some really exciting stuff coming up for 2026. Hope all of you had a very blessed and Merry Christmas this year. Let's dive right in. Believe it or not, Vogue magazine has named Pope Leo XIV one of the best dressed people of 2025, placing him alongside global celebrities like Rihanna and Bad Bunny. What caught Vogue's eye wasn't fleeting trendiness though, but rather how Pope Leo's liturgical attire communicates a powerful symbolic language of continuity and ritual. The magazine highlighted his first public appearance as Pope, where he stood on the central balcony of St. Peter's Basilica wearing a rich red satin mosetta and wine-colored gold-embroidered stole. The choice signaled both authority and heritage, and Vogue's article shows how the papal wardrobe can resonate even in pop culture. Pope Leo XIV has summoned the entire College of Cardinals for a special consistory on January 7th to 8th of this new year, marking a significant moment in his young pontificate. Rather than creating new cardinals, this gathering is deliberately consultative. All cardinals able to travel are invited to pray, discuss, and help him discern the direction for the universal church. According to Italian media, the meeting will most likely include three main themes: church governance, the future of synodality, and liturgy. Coming right after the end of the Jubilee year, this consistory highlights the Pope's desire to listen broadly and define his leadership through shared reflection. Sarah Mullally, who was recently chosen to become the first female leader of the Anglican Church, is facing intense scrutiny over the handling of abuse cases. Critics say that her response to past allegations, viewed by some as insufficient, has eroded confidence in her ability to lead. Mullally has acknowledged that a complaint lodged against her personally had been mishandled. Her appointment as Archbishop of Canterbury had already led to a rift in the Anglican Church, with a large part of the Anglican communion officially splitting off. The allegations could not come at a worst time, especially when one considers that the previous Archbishop, Justin Welby, had to step down from his position for mishandling an abuse case. Some are wondering if she will have to resign even before starting her new role, set to start on January 28th of this year. Rome has unveiled the John Paul II House Museum, a new cultural and spiritual space dedicated to the life and legacy of St. John Paul II. The museum, located in the Polish Pontifical College, where Karol Wojtyła once lived, offers visitors a window into his personal history, writings, and impact on the church and the world. Admission to the museum is free, and it was recently visited by Italy's Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni. The opening reflects ongoing interest in John Paul II's influence and provides a welcoming place to reflect on his remarkable contributions to the modern church. Hey, we'd be really interested in knowing what you think about this week's stories. Don't hesitate to write something down in the comments section. And as a thank you, here's a picture of an otter. Don't know why we do these, but I love that. There's a growing enthusiasm within parts of the Catholic world to advance the cause of Benedict XVI's canonization, and even to declare him a doctor of the Church, an honor reserved for saints whose theological writings have made significant contributions to doctrine. Supporters point to Benedict's deep intellectual legacy, his defense of traditional Catholic teachings, and his impactful writings on liturgy and faith. Promoters of his cause emphasize that his scholarly work continues to shape Catholic theology, and that recognizing him formally would honor his lifelong commitment to the faith. In a bold policy shift, U.S. military leadership is working to reaffirm the historic role of chaplains as spiritual leaders, rather than primarily emotional support for officers. Secretary of the Army Pete Hegseth has announced reforms that dismantle the existing Army Spiritual Fitness Guide, which he criticized for emphasizing secular language over references to God, and aims to restore a focus on traditional religious ministry as central to a chaplain's mission. According to officials, the goal is to elevate spiritual health to the same level as physical and mental readiness, putting chaplains back at the heart of the moral and spiritual formation for service members. The Vatican has appointed a new Archbishop of New York, whose pastoral journey includes 5 years of ministry in El Salvador. Before his appointment, he served in a challenging pastoral environment in Central America, experience that some say have deeply shaped his theology and approach to leadership. Hicks has spoken about having a shared pastoral view with Pope Leo, a preference for listening before speaking, and for building bridges rather than sharpening divides. Instead of arriving with sweeping reforms, he wishes to learn the new archdiocese from within, meeting clergy, lay leaders, and communities before setting priorities. In Nicaragua, authorities have reportedly banned travelers from bringing Bibles, magazines, newspapers, and other printed religious texts into the country, according to reports corroborated by transport operators. The policy, enforced quietly at bus terminals and border checkpoints, places sacred texts alongside items like drones and cameras on a list of prohibited goods. Human rights activists argue that this restriction is part of a broader pattern of state control over civil liberties. And that's it for this week's edition of Church Headlines. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I wish you all a happy new year, and God bless.